listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your picture from our airline.
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic education as a government college to Delhi. And
go gather, destroy their food. Make security camp and that other camp, Togo camp, no compensate everybody.
Generation sometimes. Today our focus will be in the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as more dancer.
Lives are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after stories, earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet. And this is a flower market in Cameroon. These youngsters are the farmers. They plant these flowers and they sell it along the highway to make monies for themselves and for their families. Good day.
Good day, thank you.
What is your name?
I'm called Nelson Jokensen.
You are a farmer of wonderful flowers. Where are you situated?
I'm situated in Boya, but I had my garden here in Mutengene. So I've been a gardener for 10 years today.
Wow, and
and that's where I'm earning my living.
And you send your children to school and your family?
That's how I earn my living. Our children are going to school. I have 2 kids. I'm married with 2 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did it come that you know all these flowers and you're planting them?
That's the hobby from childhood. Before I get back to my mother, as my mother told me that he knew that I would become somebody like this, because when we were still young, I always like to follow her to the farm. And when we rush to the farm, anything that she wanted to plant, you have to call me to come and do the planting, because she said that my hands are very good in terms of planting. For example, like we have this egusi, any period of egusi, I have to plant egusi. That's how I started. Step by step, I decided to create a small garden in our own house where we're living. Just go around and pick flowers, come and plant. So God made me to know that it will become be my own business.
And in terms of how you plant them in this
plastic
bags and so on, where do you get the soil?
Yeah, we scrape this topsoil, the topsoil. In case when we don't have the topsoil, we dig this normal soil, we mix with sand and manure, this foul dung. Then we can mix with sand, we buy sand, we mix with the ground that you know that is not fertilized. You mix sand, you mix the foul dung, then you fill your plastic.
Hello. What is your name?
Mila.
Okay, and you cultivate flowers. How long have you been doing it?
3 years.
And do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Where did you learn it?
I like it, yeah. From my patron. My patron learned me.
Okay. And you come from what part of Cameroon? From Womb?
Yes.
Can you greet your people in your village, in your dialect, and to tell them what you are doing?
Yes.
Okay. For country talk.
Well, in the Mutengene, fruit and flowers. So all the flowers are far from the far. So flowers they were very fine. Do better flowers they were far. Do better flowers they were far. So but the flowers they were fine.
Thank you for talking to the African Center for Community and Development. Thank you too. Horticulture business needs to be developed in Cameroon so that new species are created in laboratories and so that more employment is made. Hello.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Eric.
Where do you come from?
I come from Bamenda.
Okay. And you are planting flowers here in Mutengene. Do you enjoy it?
Yes, I really enjoy it. I like the work very well because this is where I benefit.
Okay. And how do you spend your time here? How early do you come to work?
I come to work by 7:30, then close by 5:30. Yes.
Okay. And you use the money from here to do what?
From here, I use the money to invest so much so that I can progress.
Okay. And so what kind of investment do you do? You join meetings or?
Yes.
Can you greet your people in your dialect?
Yes, I can greet them.
Okay, greet them.
Now in the evening, you can greet that Ose.
Ose?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That means that good evening.
Okay, I wish you the best with your flower farms.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah,
What is your name?
I'm called Ezekiel.
Okay, and you work in a flower farm.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yes, I like the work.
Oh, why do you like it?
I like the work because it teaches me about many things,
Okay.
about agriculture in general.
Okay. And for how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this work now for about a year.
Okay. What made you to start doing it?
The main thing that gave me the interest to do this work is from past record that I've seen from other people and their progress, what they have done.
Okay. And the money you make from working here, how do you support your family with?
I support my family by giving a hand help to my father,
Okay.
to sponsor my younger ones.
Okay. But do you go to school?
Yes, I do go to school.
Okay. You come from which village?
I come from Wum, Bamenda.
Can you greet your people in your dialect and to tell them what you're doing?
Yes,
Okay.
I can say Wanzi, which means good evening.
And how do you say good morning?
Wombi,
Thank you very much for talking to the African Center for Community and Development.
you're welcome.
You have to always remove this, keep the plants neat.
Do you use these things you are removing to make manure?
Yes, compost to manure, all those weeds. Pile it in the heaps, pour sand, from there it decay. After some 6 months, you still come there and fill your bags.
These fertilizers they sell in the markets, are they expensive?
Normally they are expensive, but they are not really good in this our own field, this garden. What is really good is this compost manure. Okay, where you can, like, for example, you go to where they have thrown dirt for long, then you take that dirt. It's good for plants, more than this fertilizer in the store.
Hello. What is your name?
My name is Mutengene.
Okay. How long have you been doing the farming of flowers?
I'm doing it for 8 months.
For 8 months.
Yes.
What brought you here?
What brought me here is that I have been seeing what my friends are doing, so I have the interest to join them.
Okay. How much do you sell one flower averagely?
We sell one 5,000.
Okay. And there's some flowers that are even more expensive.
Yes.
And people come here to buy these flowers. They use the flowers to do what?
They use the flower to decorate their environment.
Okay. And what are the problems you face here like a farmer?
What are the problems that I face?
Yes.
I face difficulties when the rain is falling. You cannot walk under the rain. That is the problem that we face.
But then this year, it seems like rain is falling so much, more than the other years. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Is it affecting the plants you grow?
Yes.
How?
It is affecting some of the plants.
What happens to them?
When the rain fall on the flowers and get rotten in
the soil.
Yes.
Okay. Can you greet your people in your dialect?
Yes.
Okay.
It means good morning.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to people, places, and events, and to the African Center for Community and Development.
Thank you.
That is part of the farm.
Yeah, that's part of the farm beside the water.
Near the river flowing. And they supply as well. People have ceremonies like weddings and funerals.
Yeah. Even in the house, if you like to decorate your own house, you can bring some and put the center table. You know, it's good. Presently in my house, you come in my house, you see my own jar of flowers on top of my table.
So what are you advising other people who stay at home and they are jobless? And
what I'm advising other people is that they should work hard. They should come and work flowers because, for example, we have customer, but we don't have the force to work. We don't have good institution. We don't have a very big garden, of which the more you work, the more you sell. But so we need people to work.
But you don't think that maybe machines would have been helpful?
Normally, machine can be helpful. Machine can be helpful. For example, we will have a very big scale, have a bigger land. We can work it with machine. You see, so we create the soil. Because, for example, we are using mostly this spraying can at times to kill the insects for plants. We buy insecticide, Sepical, to spray.
What's the name of the insecticide you use?
We have Sepical 12. Sepical 12.
And it does not affect the plants?
It does not affect the plants. It kills all those mosquitoes, come and suck the flower.
And what are the difficulties you face?
The difficulty is just that we have hard work that you have to make up your mind to do. Because, you know, for example, groundwork is not an easy work.
And your customers come from which part of Cameroon? Every part of Cameroon?
Every part, but most Douala. You know, our Southwesterners do not really know flowers. But it's now that most of the Southwesterners try to base their mind on it because I can see 75% of my customers is from Western Province, Littoral.
But as you plant so many flowers here, have you noticed whether some new species are coming up from your farm, or is it only the...
Yes, for example, I have planted Apinia. I've discovered that I have 2 different colors in that Apinia. You see, so one person also, one gardener, botanist, come and tell me that, you know, when you have garden like this, instead used to make crossbreed. You see, so it made me to know that it's due to that crossbreed, you can have different colors. And then, for example, we have this antione, we have hybrid, we used this other pink to get this hybrid for the antione.
Okay. And you come from what part of Cameroon?
I'm northwest, Mutengene.
Can you greet your people in your dialect and to tell them about what you're doing?
Well, I can say I want more the charamubet, more gardener, and I am going more jigger about bumubet.
Thank you very much for talking to the African Center for Community and Development, and I wish you success in this wonderful endeavor you are doing towards development in Cameroon. Thank you very much. And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for
was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who went to several schools to make your academic education as government college to Delhi and
go gather, destroy their food, make Mutengene camp and that other camp, Tongo camp, you compensate everybody. But so
generation sometimes. we shall also be very interested in his point at more dancing.
It's something that needs to be exploited.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. Lives that are meaningful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures are no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.